How was your guys' meal today?
Cool.
Great.
Alright, that's good. But how do you guys know that the food inside of it was actually good? Like it wasn't spoiled or rotten? Or did you guys actually have a clue like what ingredients and stuff was in it?
No.
The one way you can find this out is just by looking at a label on the back of it to see the ingredients, things like that. Now also, you can look at expiration date to make sure it's not rotten. To do this, how do we know that that label though is right and the expiration date's right? Well, in 1906 it became law by Theodore Roosevelt's administration that in the Pure Food and Drugs Act that it became mandatory to have labels, it became mandatory to have expiration dates on your food to make sure that people were not getting fed rotten or spoiled food. Theodore Roosevelt was a very active president. During his administration, many laws came through and he did a lot to help the people, and he did a lot to help our trade routes and allow ourselves to become a better, more stronger government. Because of I'm a student at Wayne State College, and I believe people should be more informed about Theodore Roosevelt and all of his activities that he did during his administration. And since I started off with food, I might as well continue on it. The Pure Food and Drug Law Act created the FDA as a result of it, and the FDA is still around today, and that's how Theodore Roosevelt's administration still affects us today. This act made sure that the food and stuff obviously has labels and things like that. It also makes sure that the ingredients on it aren't too vague. Like you could buy like a gallon of orange juice and the ingredients would say oranges. Well, obviously there's more things in it than that, like the preservatives and things of that nature. So Theodore Roosevelt's laws made sure that our bellies were full of food that was good for us. Not only did Theodore Roosevelt try to make sure our bellies were full of things, he also tried to make sure our wallets were full of money. One way to do this was to gain money from other countries, and like say countries in Asia bring their money over to America by selling American products to Asia. He had one problem though with selling things from the East Coast to Asia, because in order to do that you had to go all the way down past South America and come all the way around to the Philippines in order to sell things. Well, he realized that a little stretch of land through the Panama was being a lot more convenient to go through. So he decided to talk to people in Panama, like the nobles and the higher class people there, and try to get them to rebel against the Colombian government, who at the time was in charge of Panama. He talked to the elites, and eventually things get the Panama revolted as a protectorate of the United States. The reason why Roosevelt didn't want Colombia to be in charge of Panama anymore is because if Colombia was in charge of it, then America would have to pay money in order to send ships through Panama. He wanted to bypass that. So Panama declaring independence as a protectorate of the United States made sure that American ships could go through there freely as well. Then not only did this help the people of Panama gain independence, they gained independence in a bloodless revolution. Roosevelt sent a ship precisely at the time where he wanted the Panamanians to declare independence, and this ship came into harbor at the right time. And so the Colombians saw the U.S. ship and realized that if you fight Panama, then you also fight the if you fight Panama, you fight the United States as well, and the Colombia did not want to fight the United States. So Panama gained its independence in a bloodless revolution. And that's how, Theodore Roosevelt did many things during his administration. Not only did he help with Panama Canal or the FDA and things like that, he also built many national parks. He's the guy who would actually go across the nation and would find places like the Badlands. He would go there and just declare that national park. He also was known as a trust buster. He tried to end monopolies. He did not like a single company being in charge and overpricing things. He did not want that. He wanted competition. And that's why he was known as the trust buster. He did many things during his administration, and because of that, things today that he did, or things that he did in 1906 still affect us today in 2012. Thank you guys for your time, and I hope you guys have a fabulous evening.